So we've made it into the liberated territory and we're at Sukovushan Dam. I think from memory this is one of the first areas liberated. It's absolutely beautiful. You can now see Demirli.
Çatlaq ikinci postda, trafik postda. Oradan qalxıb yuxarı birinci postdan düşəcəyik. Security. This is it, we're here. Oh, perfect timing. Just arrived. Going straight into the plant. So the tailings dam, which might be raised another 3 or possibly another 6 metres, currently under negotiation. So the place for the future tailing dam is over that hill, behind that pylon, over there. And behind us obviously is the plant. At the moment they're currently mining rock at about 18 million tonnes a year. They're going to increase up to 25 million tonnes. And the pit, the main open pit, is over there, which we're going to go and see in a bit. It's just a slow matter of building up the rate at the moment. So this is a waste dump, waste rock dump. These trucks you see in the distance, they've got about 25 of them at the moment, which is enabling the, as I say, the sort of 18 million tonnes a year rate. They've got 25 at the moment. They've got another 18 coming in November, and that'll get them up to the proper rate. Sorry, as I yap, sometimes my camera wanders off.
And as we're stood here, you can see the waste coming out of the plant down here. Oh, it's down here, down there, round, off to the tailings dam. Just something you get here is the scale is so much wider, such larger area. Already you can tell it involves tonnages far in excess of Gedda Bay. Because it's lower grade, they just need to shift more. So everything's a lot bigger. We're just driving down for the first time down from the plant. Super. The size of the pit is mind-boggling. So this is the main central pit. Up over there is west pit. Over there, west pit. We'll go see that later, and there's another couple of deposits that will be shown later over there as well. But this is west pit, and so to give you an idea of the scale. Those are the 90-ton trucks. Being filled by enormous excavators. Perhaps we'll get a bit close to one later, but it's free dig. 90% of the pit is free dig. So far, yes, quite right. Thank you, yes, so far. We'll keep our fingers crossed. This is where you wish somebody who knew what they were doing with an iPhone had turned up. So the solution at the bottom, there's about 200,000 cubic meters of water in there. It's about pH 3. It's got about 0.5 gram of copper per cubic meter in it. It doesn't leak out into the surroundings, so we're just going to leave it to accumulate. It's naturally leaching its surroundings. When we set up the leach pads, this solution will go on top of the leach pads to aid leaching and get the copper that's contained in it out. It will slowly fill up, and the mine plan has already accounted for, just as it starts to fill up to that berm, I think he said, is when the leach pads will be ready so that the solution can be used. Planned to a T already. So we've come up the hill. The central pit is back down there. So we're on the hill in between central pit and what is the west pit. Roughly the same grade, perhaps slightly higher because it hasn't been as mined as extensively, and because the strike raises as it goes up, the mineralisation strike is running like this and coming down through the central pit, so we're up a lot higher and still in mineralisation on this side. So in a few days in the west pit, they're going to start clearing the top, the waste at the top, remove down so they can push back the back wall and access that ore. So central pit's down there, we've just come from. West pit we've just seen there. But that's the waste dump. Cheers. That's the waste dump. It's got capacity at the back and a tiny bit on top, still using it. One of the waste dumps, there's several. Another 90 tons going in there.
Yep.
A huge thing there.
And here are the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they are waffles, as you can see. We're in a 4x4 next to them, and we are ants.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where the ore comes in. Yeah, up the conveyor, up, belt conveyor into the plant.
There is no pressure.
Yeah. So in the belt, directly into the sag mill. Because it's free dig, there's no crushing needed. And
the diameter of the one in Kennebec. And that must be the ball mill, and it's massive. So the ore comes into the sag mill, comes out down into the blue hoppers here. If it's fine enough, it goes straight into that tank. If it's not fine enough, it goes via those two pumps up to a cyclone there, which again, if it's fine enough, will leave via the cyclone to the tank I just showed you. If not, it goes through the ball mill. Once it goes through the ball mill, again, if it's fine enough, it will end up in those hoppers. If it doesn't, it goes via a closed circuit back up and round and into the ball mill again. Anyway, once the fine slurry is in that tank, it's that tank that feeds through to the rougher cells, 4 rougher cells. After the rougher cells, into the clean. Oh, and again on the rougher cells, if it's fine enough, it passes to the cleaner cells. If it's not fine enough, it goes through that small mill and then back into the rougher cells, then into the cleaner cells, and then again, if it's fine, after the cleaner cells, it goes to the filter press, and we'll go and see the filter press in a minute. So we now buy the vat leach that base metals were running this area here. So this is, so oxide ore is doesn't work well in flotation. So and vat leach is an inefficient system, but we're going to use this area for heap leach for our oxide ore. So all the way from here, all the way up to see that fence up there? Up there, that fence, yeah, that's one up the top there, and then it goes all the way around the horizon, following it up round the horizon. There, oh, it keeps focusing on my finger. Round there, round there, round there. See where those buildings are in the distance there, and then follow the fence up round that horizon, round that horizon. It's near horizon here, 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 and then back down to this. That whole valley is going to be the leach pad. We're going to line this, compact it, line it, level out the hills there, and it'll take 30 million tons of ore. We're not sure we've got 30 million tons of oxide ore in the central pit and west pit, but we'll supplement it. Here's a view of the tailings dam. We're at the back of the tailings dam. There's the plant in the distance. There's where the tailings dam is being filled. Tailings dam at the moment contains about 30 million tons. Farhang thinks he can add another 6 million with some clever engineering.
Hello.
Now we're on the wall of the tailings dam. That's where the slurry's coming in. Over. there is where we were last time. But as you can see, even though we've been using it for months already, we're nowhere near to the wall yet. So Farhang's filling it from this side because there was a 5-metre drop between one side and the other, so we're filling it from the other side to make sure we don't waste any space. And so once the wet line gets closer to the dam wall, then we'll start using this main pipe that has all these feeder pipes off it, but we're not using it at the moment because we're filling wasted space here, and to use this pipe we need to be running at 650 tonnes per hour, which we are now, but we weren't at the very start. So we're doing a high enough rate. It's just we'll carry on filling this wasted space first, and then we'll switch to using the feeder pipes off the main pipe. Filter press and the concentrate at the end. Looks like quite a lot of concentrate. Oh my life, a lot of concentrate. Oh, the ones we've already made?
Already bagged.
Yeah.